What's up, guys? Welcome to the Pete's Basement Show. First of all, does everybody like my hat? Second of all, we're gonna give away 2 issues of Paybacks, triple signed, so stay tuned. We're gonna start a Star Wars contest for these awesome banks, and of course, we got some comics to review for you. We got Jim Henson's Storyteller Dragons, we got Boom Studios' Snowblind, we got Dark Horse's Alabaster, The Good, the Bad, and the Bird, DC's Batman Ninja Turtles crossover, which we've all been waiting for. From DC Vertigo, we got New Romancer, issue 1, Dynamite's Cagehero, Image's Symmetry, and The Violent. From Marvel, we got Scarlet Witch, and we're going to briefly complain about Secret Wars, issue 8. Plus, we got the scoop on the Ninja Turtles trailer, the fall finale of Flash, S.H.I.E.L.D, and Arrow. We got some fan questions. We got Santa over here meeting with Cthulhu and the Nutcracker. What the fuck is going on over there? Deadpool listening in. I'm going to pull myself a shot. You do the same. And we'll see you after the intro. And we just got finished doing an interview with our good buddy J.K. Woodward and his boy Chris, who was the writer. J.K. is the artist of Behemoth, which is a digital-only book that J.K. and Chris did that is available on Comixology, and you can also find that on monkeybraincomics.com. They just concluded the first arc, 4 issues long. I encourage everybody to go and download that. The books are only 99 cents. They are really phenomenal. Ramon and I reviewed issue 1, where it was basically like the X-Men meets monsters. It's like It's these kids are mutating into monsters, and the government kidnaps them and brings them to this internment camp where they have a choice of either life in prison in the camp, or they learn to fight and become weapons for the government. So we're going to have a little segment of that a little later on in the show, but right now, I think we should talk about the Ninja Turtles trailer.
Yeah.
Which looks fucking badass. Holy shit.
It does, and I wanted to hate it.
I thought I was going to hate it. Maybe going in with such low expectations was what made us really love it. Do you think?
And I'm also surprised they showed so much.
They showed a lot. I think they needed to show a lot because they knew if they tried to tease it, the fan reaction coupled with the shit that was part 1 was just going to have a negative effect.
Nick Brock Moore wanted to hate it too. Fanboy, but it looks awesome.
It does.
It does. It's just.
First of all,
Megan Fox is so cute.
Megan Fox should never have had plastic surgery. She was hotter beforehand, and she didn't even get her tits done. She got her face done. Her face was perfect before. Don't break what is not broken. Don't fuck with what is not broken. And real quick on that, before we go back to Ninja Turtles, did you see the Tarzan trailer?
Yes. Oh my fucking god, yes. That's badass too.
It looks badass. You know why I hate it?
Why?
I'll tell you why I hate it.
Okay.
They changed the fucking yell. Why did they change the yell? And I'm not even going to try to mimic it because it's not actually a sound that can be made by humans. If you look it up on Google, it's like the combination of 3 different animal noises and like a fart or something played backwards. It's a ridiculous combo, and they changed it. They updated it. Don't fix what's not broken. And maybe this was just bad audio or something, but that yell is iconic. Tarzan.
It is iconic. But to be devil's advocate, maybe they're trying to go with a more real approach to it. A real man screaming.
Fuck that. Have respect for what came before you.
Look, nobody had respect for the Turtles when they fucking made this movie, but we liked it even though it was still kind of right?
Well, I didn't like the first one. The second one I like. The second one actually has more respect for the cartoon. It's like watching a cartoon. With the exception of the giant 6-foot turtles, which I guess I'm just going to have to bite and get over. Okay, so movie gets an automatic A- for me.
So the Turtle van? Which isn't even a fucking van.
It's a garbage truck.
Yeah, it's like, forget it.
Oh, man. You know what the best part of that scene was? What? When the shit opened up and it starts shooting the sewer caps, just like the toy did. Oh, man. Oh, man.
You gonna go on eBay and buy a toy?
Hell yeah, dude. But when you seen Bebop and Rocksteady Tell me your shit didn't go like, oh, snap. Like, oh, man, it was perfect.
Yeah, Christoph Waltz is a bad guy.
Is, who?
Christoph Waltz is a bad guy. He's always a bad guy. You know who Christoph Waltz is?
No.
So Django Unchained?
Yes.
He was the one that freed Django and went along with him as a bounty hunter. He was also the Nazi one.
Oh, he's the
Bastards.
German guy?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you say the German guy that helped Django? That's his name legally. He had it changed. So wait, what is he then? Like, because the Japanese dude is Shredder.
Well, I don't know. I know there's so much.
The black guy whose name always escapes me is Baxter Stockman.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we see him turn into a fly. Clearly, with all of the fucking spaceships running around, that's Dimension X, so we're gonna see Krang.
What's big old
Technodrome?
Technodrome.
Yeah. You think we see that?
Oh, I hope so. Oh man, right at the end. Right for the, like, they open the portal big enough and the Technodrome comes
He's
through.
in Tarzan, not Turtles. Thank you, fanboy. He's had too much to drink, and I'm just.
You didn't make no sense. You said that the German guy was the villain. I'm on Turtles. You're going back to Tarzan without even telling me we're segueing.
We're going back and forth.
Dude, fanboy, he does this shit to me all the time. He has half the conversation in his head, and then he comes back here and says it to me, and I'm expected to understand. It's like talking to my mother.
I like your mother, so I'll let that pass.
Yeah, well. Oh, God, I got a crick in my neck just now. Sucks to get old. I didn't sign up for this. No, it really hurts.
All the Jameson you have in you.
It actually kind of hurts. Like, ooh. Like, no, like, legit, I just did that shit. I just, like, looked at you real quick and it fucking hurt. Just cramped all up on me. So what were you sons of bitches laughing at before? Like, what were they saying? They making fun of my hat, yo?
Kind of like a paper boy.
It's a newsy hat.
There were a few of them going in on that. Here's your paper, mister.
You ever seen Newsies, man? That shit was awesome.
I don't have a pimp hat, and I'm like...
Yo, shouldn't he have a pimp hat? Like a straight up top hat. Like, for real. You should.
I have a big head.
You do got a bit of a Zettigop.
So I don't know where I'm gonna find a hat that fits this fucking melon. That's the truth. I'm not even gonna lie. I stopped wearing hats like mid-teens because my head is so big.
Along with being a newsy hat, this is very much like an Italian 1950s hat. You have to understand that. It's a Brooklyn thing, but that's all right.
The giant stovepipe hat.
Who that was, but back in the day, was it also not sure I said that you should have a gangster hat? Back in the day in Pete's Basement, he was a gangster.
Me?
Yeah, in the drawings.
That's right.
That's right.
Wow, the original intro.
The original intro to the old Pete's Basement shows, Pete was a...
Can we show that image?
Yeah, we'll pop it up.
All right.
Pete was a...
I was a karate guy.
right, like a glowing green karate guy.
Extra, read all about
Ramon
it.
was a gangster.
Yeah. Adam was, you were eating the lollipop, right?
It says goes well with the new Paper Girls.
Yo, Paper Girls is good,
It
man.
is. I need to catch up to it, but it's fucking
I just caught up to issue 3 like the other day.
Tiny's hat on a big head. No, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I was eating a lollipop because I used to love lollipops. I used to go fucking.
Who don't like lollipops, yo?
No, I used to like have so many. I used to give them out. I think Roger remembers that. And there was a stripper behind me because I used to like strip clubs a lot. A lot.
It's alright, it's fair enough. So, book of the week. I have my choice, but I don't know if it. What?
The list.
There you go.
I forget things.
I know you do.
You know, I'm sticking with Jim Henson.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about yours, and then we'll talk about mine.
You guys looking forward to the goddamn next week?
Yes, dude. That is like one of my... I haven't made my haul list, so I wasn't aware that it was coming out yet next week.
And Hagopian wants to know our thoughts on Supergirl.
I am grotesquely behind on Supergirl, but we'll get to that in a moment. I had the whole shit spoiled for me.
We'll get to the shows in a bit.
Yeah. But let me tell a funny story real quick. Ramon texts me immediately. He's like, yo, tell me you've seen Supergirl. And I'm like, I'm behind, bro. I didn't. He's like, all right, then stay off the internet. And as he texts me this, like, you know, the little message appears at the top of the iPhone. Like, I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I see this shit like, Motherfucker. Not but 3 seconds after reading his text message do I see the spoiler. So whatever. Tell me about Jim Henson's Storyteller Dragons, because the last book was Storyteller Witches.
Yeah.
And it was a 4-issue stint. It was
Different
sort of
stories. Just
like
issues a different story.
they had like mild little quiet connections, but nothing made. It was like totally individual stories.
Yeah, that's so far. This is the first one, and it's about this one's particularly about a sea serpent. But you know, a lot of times they just join them all together with dragons, and it's the story of a father and son. And they get caught in a battle between sea serpent and thunderbirds.
Okay.
And it's crazy. It's gorgeous. The cover's gorgeous. The interior is gorgeous.
Is it the same artist that was doing the last one with that like really kind of, I want to say like very sketchy kind of really thin artwork? No, different guy. Okay.
Different guy. And you know they get separated to 2 totally different islands. The son's in a decent island. It's kind of lush, so he's managing. The father's in the actual serpent's home island.
Sucks for him.
So, lo and behold...
What's a thunderbird, by the way?
It's just a bird that comes with a lot of lightning and thunder. It's just like crazy...
It's almost like a bird or like a pterodactyl kind of thing?
Indian, maybe Polynesian mythological stuff.
Okay.
So you might like that little twist in it.
Cool.
And
I love when people do research before they write comics.
And spoiler alert, the father fights the serpent. And you want me to tell you more?
Yeah, tell me more.
He wins.
Okay.
So, but he's on this barren, horrible island, so he decides to eat the serpent.
Sure.
He wakes up, he is a serpent.
Sucks for
him, so he goes to his son. His son's freaking the fuck out. But he kind of...
Can he talk?
No.
No.
He winks at his son.
That's like their thing, kind of?
Yeah.
So like he would know it's him?
Yeah, so he takes him and takes him back home. But obviously he can't go hang out with him.
Right.
So that's it. And like several years later, the son comes with his wife and his kid, and to the same beach.
Right.
And he's waiting for his father to come back, and his father comes, but he's all scarred from all the fights with the thunderbirds. And he shows up. He sees his son all grown up into a man and the baby in the hands, and he just leaves. And that was it. And it was just awesome. It was just
kind of
a sweet little
all
it was
the feels
touching.
and shit. Yeah.
And it was just sweet and simple and like a one and done type of shit. And like, damn, fucking Jim Henson's still doing it.
Don't you miss those? Like how long has it been since writers and artists were able to tell a story in one issue, like one regular sized issue, and be done with it?
They can't even do it one regular sized miniseries.
It's true. It's fucking true. Shit, man.
This snake blinked, and you know what? It worked.
Sure. I mean, sea serpents don't really exist. So if we can have sea serpents, we can have blinking and winking sea serpents.
Were you guys disappointed by the final issue of We Stand on Guard? There's a bunch of final issues that came out
that we have not reviewed yet.
That we haven't. We're going to probably do an extra
slowly but surely.
To cover.
We Stand on Guard came out this week, right?
This week or last week?
Yeah, I'm behind like 3 issues on that. I gotta get back up.
We're gonna catch up to that, but there's just so many number ones coming out that we want to save you money and review shit for you. But we will cover that.
Without a doubt. We'll get there. So, my book of the week this week, and that's because I've been waiting patiently for this, was Street Fighter Unlimited.
That was good.
Yeah.
I mean...
And the artwork is beautiful.
The 1,000,001 covers.
Yeah, there are quite a lot of covers to it.
Still on the back one.
They all have it on the back.
This is fucking adorable.
Yeah, the little itty mini evil Ryu guy on the back. This is the standard cover, Ryu versus Ken. This is the nifty limited edition Secret Wars homage cover with evil Ryu on it.
Which is better than regular Secret Wars.
And this is the Niftamundo connecting cover, which you can get. And each of these covers will fold out. All 12 issues will fold out into one big-ass poster with all of the characters on it. Ramon and I were discussing this earlier, and it is not jump-on friendly.
Oh my god, it is not. I mean, alright. I remember, and yes, I'm old, playing Book of the Week for me was Harrow County. Because artwork and good story. Harrow County is fucking awesome. Dark Horse is playing some good shit, man.
We don't have that on the list here to review.
It's not number one.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What was it saying? Yeah.
Not jump off friendly.
It's not jump on friendly, and mind you, I'm not a fan like you are, but I do remember playing it in arcades.
Sure.
Like, I remember playing part 1.
Fighting Street, the original shit,
Yeah, and then 2, basic 2, not before it went crazy, tournament edition, champion edition, suck my left nut edition, because it went kind of crazy.
It did.
And
It did.
But the story here is like, wait, what the fuck happened to him? Wait, is that a hole in his chest? So I asked you a few questions, and of course you filled me in because you're fucking obsessive that way.
Yep.
But it's still, you can still read it.
Yeah.
You're gonna have questions about previous.
You had a great line when we were talking about it, and you said it didn't alienate you.
Yes, yeah, I did it.
And that was, I appreciated that because it's true. Like, you could still jump on this just to get a good story, as long as you have a general familiarity with some of the characters. Like, you may not know why Ryu's got a hole in his chest. You know, that's when they redesigned Evil Ryu for the Street Fighter 4 game, I think it was.
That's beyond me.
That is one of the best that you would ask, who's the fuck is Gil?
Yeah,
and
that naked guy with just like bandages covering.
Yeah,
his top.
he was a lame ass villain he was the last boss of Street Fighter 3.
But he's like
and
awful.
he was cheesy as he was a cheesy bitch, bro. He would just get you in the corner and cheese the shit out of you. By the way, did you guys use the same like slang terminology when it comes to video games? Like if you got trapped in the corner and your boy all he did was sweep you out and you were getting cheesed, like he would just continue to shoot Hadoukens and shit at you or something like that.
Yeah.
He was cheesing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was worse when it was in an arcade though.
Oh yeah, because that shit cost you money.
Yeah, like at home,
Then you have by the third round, if he's still doing that, you have a right to punch him in the face.
Kylie Minogue in the '94 film
Was so hot.
She
was so hot.
Yeah,
So is Ming-Na Wen, let's not forget.
I would still like to
As
have
Chun-Li.
her wear that outfit.
She still looks the same. Kylie Minogue, not so much. But nevertheless.
No, yeah, that. What we're talking about?
I have to say it though.
What?
Now who wants to go home? And who wants to go with me?
It's almost 9 years of this shit.
Yep. But one of the best things about Street Fighter is the books from Udon managed to take all of the characters, and I mean all of the characters, from the games and give them their own time in the spotlight. Sure, Ryu, Ken, and Akuma get the most, but
You have to do that. Somebody has to be the star.
And you have these characters showing up on, for a couple of pages here and there. They have their own little sections of arcs. They have backup stories.
This fucks in second.
Sagat, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
It was like
Ryu training with Sagat was great.
And then the dialogue between them two was like, oh shit, there's more to this motherfucker than that scar.
Yeah, it's deep.
I liked it.
Yeah.
It's a good book. It's just
the premise of this one is Ryu is currently succumbing to the Dark Hadu, the Satsui no Hadu, if you're familiar with Street Fighter terms.
Never ever asked what happened to Blanca. There was something about Blanca's island sinking or some shit.
When was the last time I saw Blanca? This is like the 5th or 6th volume of Street Fighter, so I haven't seen Blanca in a while, but we might see him again running around, so who knows. I'll try to answer that at a later time and keep you posted. But you could definitely pick this up and jump right in. Ryu is recovering from his last ass whooping by Akuma and then Gil subsequently. So now we're going to see where his inner darkness takes him. So, let's talk Flash.
Which I haven't seen because you're a fucker.
It was not actually like a major, holy shit, this is the season finale, some fucked up shit went down kind of thing. Basically, Martin, the weather wizard, broke Captain Cold and the Trickster out of prison.
Oh, the rogues again together.
Yeah. With the plan of, let's go kill the Flash. Mark Hamill was all for it. Captain Cold was like, yeah, whatever. So Cold went and actually warned Barry.
Because he owes him.
Yep.
Well,
And
it's a fucking well-written series,
it really is. It is. And it was basically just the Flash versus the Trickster and Weather Wizard. And that was the whole premise of the thing. And at the end, throw the cheese down in case you guys haven't seen it, but nothing too major. Spoiler alert.
They don't know.
Spoiler alert. And for you guys just listening on audio, Wally West shows up. Wally West is Joe's long-lost son he never knew he had. and he just shows up at his door at Christmas time, at the end of the show. That's it.
So what happened with what's the villain's name? Reverse Flash? No.
Zoom?
Yeah, Zoom.
Zoom just recruited Dr. Wells to help him in exchange for the life of his daughter.
Oh.
Because remember, he still has Jesse Quick.
Yeah.
Trapped.
Well, I love the fact that she's Jesse Quick.
Yeah, me too.
Can't wait.
If you guys are unfamiliar with Flash mythos, Jesse Quick will be a speedster at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But Wells figured out that Zoom is, quote, fattening him up like a Christmas goose. He wants Barry to be faster. He wants him.
Fleshes out the universe.
Yeah, it does a perfect job.
DC just needs to copy and paste what fucking is being done in this show.
Without a doubt.
This show specifically. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, Arrow is good, but it's more darker than I'm starting to care for, and I'm a dark motherfucker.
And like you, I didn't see the last episode of Arrow yet.
I didn't. Yeah, I was just being caught up with too much shit.
So, we want to hear from you guys. What did you guys think of the last episode of Arrow for this fall? Hit us up, questions@peachbasement.com, facebook.com/peachbasement, and of course, follow us on Instagram and Twitter for up to the minute. Fucking retard.
Burp. Let the Flash.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter for up to the minute reviews and rumors and all sorts of cool comic posts.
Let the Flash showrunners take over the DCU. That's exactly what they should do. They're not.
Do you see S.H.I.E.L.D?
Let's talk about Supergirl.
Let's talk about Supergirl. All right. Martian Manhunter. Wow.
And it was done well.
He looks so good. That's where the
really
entire
good.
Budget went to.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that.
That's why in the next budget she's like, nothing, just no powers.
People, my buddy Matthew turned around to me as soon as you seen Hank Henshaw's eyes glow red. He texted me and like, that's the Martian Manhunter. And I said, don't be a fucking idiot.
The name.
It's Cyborg Superman. But it was done so well. It was justified completely.
Yeah, Supergirl's back to being okay.
He stole his form. He stole his name. So in theory, the real Hank Henshaw is still out there somewhere.
Yes, the real Hank Henshaw was supposed to die while they were on a mission with Kara's human father to get the Martian Manhunter, but he died.
Is this in the original series pre-52?
No, this is in the movie, the show.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
So, fanboys binge watching Flash season 1 on Netflix.
Enjoy, man.
Wait, if you're binging it, you gotta know sooner or later they do crossover with Arrow.
So yeah, you're gonna have to venture over there.
Yeah.
Arrow's on Netflix.
Yeah. Just let them know. It just sets up the perfect reason why Henshaw would later on come and hate aliens and hate Supergirl, and it's set up really nicely if they want to do Cyborg Superman. When
I saw that photo, even though I was mad, I was really mad that shit got spoiled for me. I was just so excited. I'm like, wow, he looks so good. And Martian Manhunter was always one of my favorite characters, and I find that he's so underused and underappreciated that I hope he really shines in this, and I hope DC brings him into new light. 'Cause I'm really enjoying his series. I don't know how well it's doing in the in sales and everything.
I hope it's doing good because
Me too.
And mind you, so much fucking time travel. But
Martian Manhunter and Dr. Fate are currently two of my favorite DC books right now.
Okay.
Two of the only ones that I'm still reading regularly.
Okay.
At this point.
Somebody asked, they're surprised why so many people like Flash over Arrow. It's pretty much Flash is more friendlier. Arrow's really dark, and it kind of limits who you can watch. Well, mind you, Flash had his fucking mother dying. He time travels in time, and he's not allowed to fucking save his mother's life. That's freaking dark, but it's not complete doom and gloom like Arrow is, and that's why.
You said it right when you said that Arrow is limited, and it's true. Flash is not limited.
Flash is more fun, as the natural says.
Flash is more fun, but the secret really boils down to the villains. And that when Flash first started, before it started, producers were promising that they were not going to do the, quote, Freak of the Week. And as it turned out, that's exactly what they did do. They did a new villain every episode, and it worked.
It worked. It did.
The secret to any good superhero is only as good as his awesome villains. That's why Batman works. That's why Spider-Man works. That's why the X-Men work. That's why Superman doesn't quite work. Because all Superman has is Lex Luthor, Bizarro, and Brainiac, if you can fit them in. But all we ever see is fucking Lex Luthor. Flash has a rogues gallery as much fun as Spider-Man's, without a doubt. And we've seen that work in the show. Who the hell does Oliver Queen have? Merlin. That's it.
Spider-Man works? Question mark.
Spider-Man as a classic hero with awesome villains absolutely works. He just hasn't been done right in a long time.
Question. All right. Should Marvel do a Spider-Man TV show?
Ooh. Rather than a movie?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's a TV show would be better if done right.
A TV show could get them so well acquainted. That could work, man.
Wow, there's a lot of fucking no's.
No for a Spider-Man TV show?
El Sinestro's like straight up no.
So, Sinestro, then, let me pose a question to you. Would you prefer a Spider-Man movie? Because you know one of them is going to happen.
The movie's going to happen. And we all know he's the fucking Civil War. I mean,
we all know he's in Civil War. They've hinted at the Iron Spider costume that Tony Stark is probably going to give him at some point. As last I recall, the Black Panther movie got ousted for a Spider-Man movie in 2017. So, it's going to happen.
Meanwhile, I mean, they're still going through with Black Panther, which is good. They kind of have to. I mean, for story's sake, but also for diversity's sake. Nicholas Hammond could come in as Uncle Ben. Spider-Man would be really something experience for TV. If done right, Spider-Man would be so awesome on TV.
Not on TV. Netflix. It cannot be on TV.
Why not?
Because it can't.
Why not?
Because it can't.
How the fuck you say that after watching Flash and shit?
Well, maybe.
It's expensive. Spider-Man, I don't think is expensive.
I think Spider-Man would be very expensive unless you're going to have an actual stunt dude swinging through the streets of New York. As a graphic artist myself, I can tell you that's going to get pricey.
Clone Spidey TV saga.
Fuck you. I don't know who that was. Fuck you.
It never ever.
No personal offense. I still like you, but fuck you. Here's to your health.
SNS says because it's expensive, it will be done poorly. See, that's the shit. One of our fans asked us, David Parata, what do we think of Ghost Rider being done on Netflix? I would love that.
Yeah.
He should be one of the darkest and one of the most badass violent persons to be done. He would be so fucking expensive. Mind you, Netflix...
And bring in Mephisto, bring in Blackheart.
Damien Hellstorm.
Yeah.
Add in all the magicians. I mean, you could... Oh my god, so much shit could be done with... Anyways.
You can have a little crossover with Doctor Strange going.
It's the good question. Never ever says which Ghost Rider.
Dan Ketch.
It has to be Dan Ketch.
I like Dan Ketch, man. I grew up with Dan Ketch.
Me too.
I started reading comics right around 1989, 1990, and I still remember getting those Marvel Series 1 rookie cards, Slapstick, Sleepwalker, Ghost Rider. And that Ghost Rider issue 1 cover is still one of the most dynamic books I have ever seen.
It's like they were saying, with a budget of $4 million per episode.
That's
what
Ghost
Netflix
Rider.
is pretty much doing. $4 million per episode of all this shit.
It's ridiculous money.
So, I mean, Iron Fist is going to kick ass, like he says, because there's some magic, there's a dragon and shit, but most of it is fucking kung fu.
Yeah, you're going to see shades of Xiao-Lao, and that's all.
But I don't know about Ghost Rider, though.
I think they could do it, man.
I think they could do it.
I think the budget for a Netflix movie could make it look way better, especially with CGI the way it is now.
Yeah, it's got way
way better than the original movies were.
If Flash could do King Shark as awesome as they did,
yeah,
we could see Blackheart, Mephisto, and God knows everybody else in Ghost Rider.
And Blackheart the way he's supposed to be, not that bag filming motherfucker from American Beauty.
Teixeira Ghost Rider style visuals on TV. Mark Teixeira. The flames are going to be expensive. The fucking motorcycles will be expensive. The constant flaming skull, his chain that breaks up into ninja stars is going to be crazy. Which I fucking love that chain.
The chain's awesome. I like the chain that can kind of do anything.
Yeah.
So, before we continue on with the books, real quick on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., not too much went down.
No.
We saw Phil Coulson just be a total badass, and he got his revenge.
Yeah.
But then some other shit went down, and this is a new beginning for Agent Ward.
X Factor is awesome, and X Factor is, in the works, Jarek.
Hey, Derek's here.
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? Good to see you.
Hey, Derek.
So Ward's still around.
Ward is still around, and this leads the whole. I mean, is it still him? Is he dead? Is he going to be resurrected like he kind of sort of was?
I don't know. He's got one of them slither things in his fucking head.
And who the fuck is this?
What is it? Yeah, what is this thing on the other planet? And the planet is called like Melthar or something? Like, that was like the title of the episode. I don't know. We were under the impression that the planet was Ego, the living planet.
Yeah, we kind of hoped.
We're still hoping.
Yeah, they do.
But it's not going to be Ego because Ego never had civilizations.
No. And the different different cities, I think that's than humans. If I remember correctly.
I don't know about that then. Either way, I still like the show. Sky's hot. I'm good. Whatever, Daisy.
Coulson is not a life model decoy.
No, he's not. He was brought back to life by alien technology.
Remember Coulson referring to Tatooine?
Yeah.
That was so awesome.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome. I had a little geek-gasm there. New Netflix movie, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, Sword of Destiny. It looks great. It does. Fucking does.
Was not a fan. I wasn't a fan of the original.
Did you see the trailer for the new one?
No.
It's more kung fu. It looks badass.
But here's what I'm going to ask you a question real quick before I go and waste my time.
The original one was beautiful, though.
No, that's not what I'm asking about.
Okay.
I don't like and never have liked high-flying wire acts for kung fu movies. So is there that in this?
Yes.
Then I don't want to see it.
That's the
Don't care.
Chinese style Hong Kong
Don't fucking care.
Kung fu.
Don't care. Don't like it. I'd much rather watch a Jackie Chan movie or an Ong Bak Part 6 or anything with Donnie Yen than to see motherfuckers doing crane jumps to the top of pine trees. I'm just not interested in that. Okay. So, but speaking of fighting, this is mostly for El Sinestro. Notice I have my Mr. T t-shirt on right now. Got that going. And while I was at Midtown Comics, I happened to pick up a Superstars big screen figure of Mr. T Clubber Lang.
Jared, I pity the fool.
Which I am going to open right now.
I pity the Pete.
Mr. T was always one of my favorite 80s icon personalities. He is definitely one of my top 3 people that I want to meet.
Seriously, I love him at fucking 18. Always drinking milk.
I ain't getting on no plane, Murdoch. I ain't getting on no plane.
Fuck you. This is not. I know I said fuck you, but you almost heard him say fuck you. I'm trying to trick him and drug him all the time. Yeah. That is adorable. That was well done.
Got that nice plastic smell. Have a look at that.
Just snorted the shit out of it.
Yep.
Oh, he missed leg day at the gym, huh?
We're gonna have a post of this on Instagram later on. They also have a Rocky Balboa one, an Ivan Drago one. Yeah, gonna have to get those two.
Yeah. That was a great meme you posted, by the way.
Oh, motherfucker that killed Apollo had the nerve to show up to the Creed premiere. And thank you to everybody that liked that got like over 1,000 likes. So that we're very proud of that. Very happy with just the amount of love that you guys are showing us on Instagram. It's really awesome.
Yeah, stood up.
So what's up with Snowblind from Boom?
Snowblind. Okay, I think yeah, alright. Snowblind is, and this is pretty much a spoiler, there's this kid who's young and antsy, and he's in Alaska, and his father's from down south, Louisiana and shit. And father's always raving about Louisiana and shit.
Louisiana.
Yeah, and he doesn't give a fuck. He's in fucking Alaska. Dad, what are you talking about? Anyways. So he does weird shit. Like, he gets arrested for breaking into the library because he likes reading. Yeah, see? That shit is distracting as fuck, isn't it? So lo and behold, he finds out. He takes a picture of his dad, they drunk, and he posted it on the internet. And he finds out his dad is in the witness protection program, and that's how it ends.
Okay.
That's it. It's good. It's nicely written.
Fanboy just said, what's superior, nip slip or El Sinestro? What's superior, nip slip or a lip slip? Nip slip.
Nip slip.
Yeah. You seen one fucking choach, you seen them all, but nips is different.
No.
Listen.
Choaches are created equally. There are some ugly choaches out there, and there are some.
But those are the ones you got to ignore.
Choaches out there.
Those are the ones you just ignore.
Okay.
As Adam would say, roast beef curtains.
Roast beef curtains.
Roast beef curtains.
Worse yet, the blue waffle.
Ah.
You're welcome.
Don't Google blue waffle. No. Don't do it. Of course, you probably do it anyways now.
Fanboy said, I dare Pete to buy a box of Mr. T cereal off of eBay and eat it. 20 years old. Bro, if I could find a sealed box of that, I would eat it. I'll tell you right now. But I hope you guys saw titties over slitties. Titties over slitties. Oh, I'm so stealing that line, Brockmore. That's how you get cancer. Yeah, probably. But I'll tell you guys a quick story off subject. I got my old man a really amusing gift this year for Christmas. My grandfather used to deliver for Kist Soda, K-I-S-T, back in the 40s and 50s. And over the years, I bought my old man a couple of different like empty bottles and shit, you know, just to have as collector's items to remember his father. On eBay, I managed to find a sealed bottle with the soda still in it.
Nice.
Yep. Cheap too, got it for only $10. The bottle is like your standard, I guess, 12-ounce bottle, and the soda is like down to here, just to show that all of the liquid, all of the gas has dissipated from it, and is all you're left with is basically 60-year-old soda syrup. That, sir, I will not drink.
No.
Not in the slightest.
No, your stomach will be
Did you ever see the dude on YouTube that drank the 20-year-old crystal clear Pepsi and then proceeded to throw the fuck up?
Wasn't it?
No.
Wasn't it like the Pepsi wasn't clear anymore? It was like brown or something.
I don't remember. I just remember him puking.
No. Like Roger with the fish cheese and this motherfucker with a hot pepper.
As long as I get to eat, like, use regular whole milk with the cereal, I would do it.
What does the Hulk statue behind you weight, Pete? Relic Lord wants to know.
What does it weigh?
Oh, that is a fucking heavy.
I would say it's probably about 12 to 13 pounds.
And a fan sent us that one too, right?
Yes, he did.
God bless him.
Yes, he did. Alabaster, The Good, the Bad, and the Bird.
Okay. This is a good book. I freaking liked it. It is not jump on friendly because this is the third volume in the series.
Oh, is it?
Yes, and I'm reading it. The art's gorgeous.
Wait a minute. Was the first one like a fistful of birdseed or anything like that?
No.
What was the title of the first one?
I forget.
Because
It's something. It's kind of horror related.
The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was the third in the Man with No Name trilogy.
No.
Tell me, you ain't a Clint Eastwood
I'm
fan?
talking about this Alabaster.
Yeah, with The Good, the Bad, and the Bird.
The first one wasn't named that.
It was a fistful of dollars, a few dollars more, and The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Mm-hmm. You have no idea, Dave.
Oh, I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Relic is maybe answering your question. The second is an anthology.
It's an anthology of like short stories. It's basically this girl who just has to fight demons and shit. And this one, it starts off, she's in hell. And she's gone all eternity on us. She has like black skin with like stars. And she's in hell, and hell is nothing. She says hell is just nothing. It is just all blankness, all whiteness.
Nah, that was kind of the way it was in the Inferno. It was ice.
No ice. Like a blank page, nothing.
Oh.
Nothing. For as far as you can look. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
So that's what she's going through.
Every time you see like time travel, people go like too far into the future and it's just them on the page or like on the screen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, that would suck so royally.
And the book is like, wait, what? How the fuck did she get here? Oh my god, I gotta get these other two trades. So that's what I gotta do now.
So it was really that good.
I liked it, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think before we go on? You wanna talk about some winners of contests?
Sure, let's give shit away.
Let's give shit away. what the Pete's Basement Show is all about. Making
First one
Christmas
is
come
titled
true.
Wolves. Second is titled Grimmer Tales. Thank you,
Ah,
Relic Lord. And yes, I will be getting those.
thanks. That was a good one. There was a White Castle right outside the hospital after we left.
Shit,
so
your ass is gonna be pooping later on.
So let's just talk about White Castles and Jameson and what that could possibly do to your innards. What do you think? Liquefy. So I have in my possession 2 copies, triple signed by Donnie Cates, Elliot Rahal, and Lauren Affey, the writers and colorist. The question was, during the interview that I did with all 3 of them at Comic-Con this past year, what new character did they mention that they said we would basically love to hate? Like he's just the worst character ever. You're gonna love to hate him. And the answer, Nick, let me tell you about the character's superpower first.
Oh, Jesus.
This is fantastic.
They're sick. These motherfuckers, they're great.
This is one of my favorite interviews of all Comic-Con.
The first one or the second one?
Nobody knows about the first one.
Okay.
They do now, though.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Go on.
So, basically, this character has the ability to heat water.
Seriously?
Yeah, he heats up water. But not fast or anything, just at its normal rate. And he's like dressed all kind of like, earrings, and he's got a little mohawk and shit, and he's got his leather jacket with spikes on it. And his name is Steampunk.
Awesome.
Yes. They also did mention, which one of the winners pointed out, a character who could turn into an invisible werewolf called No Werewolf.
Slowly heat your pee, stored in the kidneys.
Guys, Paybacks is one of the best books we've read this year, and I think the only reason it doesn't get a best of in 2015 is because it's not done, it just started.
Yeah.
So I think that should be a rule that the book must be either begin, it doesn't necessarily have to begin, but it needs to end in 2015 to receive that. And more on that a little later. But the winners of the Paybacks contest, respectively, and I hope I'm going to say everybody's name right, was David Erdemeyer.
Erdemir sounds fine.
Okay. And Deanna Viave.
I don't know.
Well, I probably butchered your last names, guys. Sorry about that. Might be the Jameson. Might just be really not used to saying last names that don't end in an A. What do you want me to tell you? So, Deanna and David, hit us up, questionsofpeachbasement.com, title that shit, I won, and we will send us your address, and we'll send you your books, and some postcards, and some other cool shit that we're just going to throw in
So
there.
that's as a question: Infinity Gauntlet or all the Green Lantern rings?
So basically it's the Infinity Gauntlet versus the White Lantern, because that's basically the combination of
And
all
the
of
black
them.
one.
Oh, not the black one.
And the black one, I guess.
I'm still going with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, dudes don't wear rings unless they married or they're the Godfather. So
Seriously, you don't have a really cheesy pinky ring or nothing?
I have one, of course I have one, but you don't see me wearing it. Like I can't do that, man. I can't. I could. Like, you think I could rock a ring?
I don't know.
What do you guys think?
You probably
think
look extra Guido-ish.
you think I could rock one of them? What are they saying?
Coke ring. Anyone want a Halo side bag?
No Coke rings. No Coke
Is
rings.
the Paybacks as funny as Sex Criminals? Oh yeah, it is. It's probably funnier because it's different type of funny.
I didn't know Sex Criminals was funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that shit was like a mad serious book.
No. Sex is.
I always get them confused,
Sex
man.
Criminals is they have to jerk off or fuck, and after they orgasm, there's stop time.
Stop time.
Stop time.
That must be a mind-blowing O.
You go to the bank, you jerk off, you stop time, you rob some of the bank, and then split.
They got to jerk off in the bank,
Or have sex.
but there's people around. My dick's camera shy.
Go to the bathroom.
Oh. Okay. How long is time stopped for?
Depends. It's kind of.
Is it like depending on the amount of milliliters of juice you throw out?
Oh my God! Next, what's the next book?
That was a legitimate question.
Read the book.
You're stopping time would come. I mean, what the fuck? Batman TMNT is next. Ooh! I had fun with this book. I did. We've been waiting on this one for a while, and the art is good and fun.
Pete, fanboy says you need to read Sex Criminals and Kaptara.
Kaptara, I remember that one.
I have Kaptara. I have not read it. Again, the number one.
I wasn't that happy with Kaptara. I remember reading that one. It was the one where they landed on the other planet and the astronauts were getting killed and they were thrown into the service of the king or whatever. They were going to like invade Earth.
Was that it?
Yeah. Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, you're right. It is.
I know.
I'm thinking Plutona. Sorry. Too many fucking books, man.
Batman Ninja Turtles crossover.
What? All right. What do you think of the art?
I think it's fun. I think it's good for what it needs to be. It's not too serious, but it's detailed enough that it's not overly cartoony. Does that make sense?
Yes, I like the Turtles more than the Batman.
Yes.
They overdid it on Batman.
I like Shredder though. I like the almost fight that went down with Batman and Shredder. When he threw, like, Batman's interrogating one of the Foot Clan members and Shredder kills him with a ninja star.
Do you guys dig crossovers not in continuity like Bats and TMT? I don't know. This might be in continuity because IDW is fucking crazy that way.
IDW is crazy like that.
In this, we find out that they're lost in fucking time and space.
Of course.
In the regular book, they went through that shit. They're trying to travel to Ghostbusters.
So it's perfectly legitimate thing for the Ninja Turtles to be lost in another dimension. How the Foot Clan got pulled into this is anyone's guess.
Yeah.
And they don't even do they outright say it? I don't remember. Like you are led to figure out that okay, they're lost in the DCU in the Gotham City.
Alfred said transfer Splinter. No, they don't say yet, but they're obviously getting this stuff
right.
Time travel.
Like one of the Foot Clan members was when he was getting interrogated by Batman. He's like, "We just want to go home." So like, awesome. Obviously, Gotham is not their home, and probably neither is this world.
I didn't see the whole Killer Croc angle. That was fucking awesome. Mm-hmm. It makes sense. They're in the sewers and they're both green.
Yep.
Why not? But I just didn't think about that. It was a good book.
And Batman's like, turtles.
But something about it wasn't that good that it wasn't Book of the Week, though.
No. It was maybe later on. There's only the first issue. You know, it's gotta move itself along. They've barely met at this point. They just like encountered each other at the end of the book. So maybe like around issue 2 or 3, or maybe the end book will be Book of the Week.
I like Relic Lord mentioned. I like the way they mentioned Foot Clan and League of Assassins. Mm-hmm. Because that kind of elevates the Foot Clan. Because we always know Foot Clan as weak ass.
Kind of herbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was the art in it? Fanboy says it was good.
It was good. It was like I said a moment ago. It's cartoony, but it's fun. It fits the Ninja Turtles world a little bit more than it does Batman, but it's not overly cartoony that it doesn't fit Batman at all. And it's well done.
Shredder and Batman are so gonna fight.
Oh man, I cannot wait for that.
There's gonna be a nice build up for that, and it's gonna be lovely.
Absolutely worth your time. Get it, I would say.
Show to the cam. Will Batman eat pizza? Batman better fucking eat pizza.
I think that scene is in there, but they sit down and they eat the pizza. I don't think that was just promo art.
Oh, okay.
I posted it on Instagram a while back.
Yeah, that image, yeah.
New Romancer from Vertigo.
New Romancer is Vertigo's first #1 in a while that kind of made me go, eh.
Really?
Yeah. It's this girl who was a serious coder and probably also tortured by her father. But she works with some AI and she's really into like love and discovering and Lord Byron and Giacomo Casanova and all this stuff.
So she's an idiot.
Yeah. And it's written well. It's drawn well. It's really a wonderful tag team. But it's just maybe it's not just me. Maybe it's not for me. I don't know. It's just kind of quirky and weird and just she brings them back to life somehow. Maybe she creates them too real using her algorithm and like technology and shit and they're back and they're kind of I don't know. Yeah. Quick, not so much question as more comment from our boy Relic Lord.
who said on Instagram, "Did you see the YouTube video from Nerd Alert about Goyer's disparaging comments about comic fans, Martian Manhunter, and She-Hulk? The guy was a complete douche. I won't be seeing any more DC scripted films by this cunt." And he also gives the YouTube website where we can see that. I did not see that interview or segment. I don't pay too much attention to who's like writing or producing or directing shit unless they're bigger names. I don't know who Goyer is, but I don't like anybody bad mouthing my fandom or the art form that I know and love. I don't like anybody bad mouthing an art form that is older than Ramon and I put together. Comic books have been around since 1895. The first official comic book was The Yellow Kid. Drop some fucking knowledge on you guys. So whoever this Goyer is, I'd like to personally kick him in the shins. And then the head. Because I could do that.
How much is that book going for?
That's not much. It's like maybe $10,000 to $15,000.
I'm glad you consider that not much.
But let's compare it to other books of that era. And, 20 years later, that are going for hundreds of thousands. At that point, $15,000 becomes a drop in the bucket.
Peter full of knowledge. What's the Yellow Kid about? Elsa Nation wants to know.
Like muckraking and stuff. It was like yellow journalism, they used to call it. And if I'm not mistaken, he was like a little newsboy. I'm not wearing the hat because I planned on getting into this conversation.
Coincidence then?
Pure coincidence.
Okay. Oh shit! Elsa Nation said Asians.
Listen, man, this is the 1800s, so that shit didn't even be considered racism then.
Yeah, they weren't Asians; they were Celestials then.
They were.
We're getting a letter, are we?
Am I allowed to? Celestials?
Yeah, they used to be called Celestials.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they just called them Chinamen.
That's it.
Didn't matter what they were Chinamen. And they were working on a railroad out in California. That was it.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry to fucking speak the truth about American history. It is what it is.
Are you getting Black Magic and Plutona from Image?
Black Magic is good.
Black Magic is good.
I haven't read.
I read the first one. I haven't read the other ones, but I have gotten them though.
Is anybody out there enjoying Rowan's Ruins as much as I am? Part 3 came out last week.
It's a good book.
Oh, so good.
You love?
I do, man. I love a good ghost story.
Yes,
I do.
Yeah, you do.
It's so good. Our boy Beardsley had a couple fun questions.
He goes.
This is going to be very difficult for Ramon. Boobs or booty?
Boobs.
Yeah. Real or fake?
Okay, here's
where we differ.
No, okay. Pete's like a natural snob.
I am.
I can enjoy fake booty and fake boobs. I cannot marry. I'm already married, so I ain't marry shit. I can't marry fake shit. I can't be stuck with it on a permanent basis. It's too much work and care, and it hardens up, and then, God knows it could get corrupted and fucking rot. It's a lot of work to deal with somebody that's fake.
Beardsley, real tits all day long. Big or small, I don't care. Real.
You know what I like about fake stuff, though? If these women are crazy enough to inject and cut and scrape and do God knows what to their body, what can I do to them? Hello. Bitch, if you wanted to sit down and take silicone up your ass, then take, you know what I'm saying? You see where I'm going, guys?
Just let me dye the cigarette out on your arm. Please, just once.
That's it. If you're into injections and God knows how much saline into your boobs, then, what's some rope gonna bother you? I mean, just go along with what I'm saying. But again, I do prefer the real stuff.
Okay.
And my rule, from the neck down, shave.
Yes.
Fuck hair.
I agree.
Okay.
You got to manscape, though, like, for her benefit.
If she wants me to, I'll fucking do it.
It's only fair. I ain't saying shave bare because that shit will itch the fuck out of you.
Thank you for letting me know that about yourself.
Listen.
I'm just saying, all you guys giving hearts right now, you're champs.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by Pete's Basement. Showing you that you can be a comic fan and still get fucking laid at the same time.
There are real ones that are like tubs of cookie dough. Yes, the real droopy sock ones that kind of just hang kind of like that. No.
You could titty fuck the shit out of those.
You could like wrap them around and cock it anyway.
Tie them in a knot. Do your boobs hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? What?
Wow.
Do your tits
Girls with smaller
hang
boobs don't drop
low?
as much when they get older though. Yes, that's why I love so many of the Suicide Girls.
Alright, fuck, marry, kill, Beardsley wants to know. Martha Stewart, Kathy Lee, Paula Dean.
I'd marry Paula Deen.
Why?
Food, yo, bitch can cook. She would kill me with her food. But,
Yeah, but I mean, she's not really. I would go with Martha Stewart because I think she can cook too.
nah, so that's Southern cooking that Paula Deen does.
What the fuck do I know about Southern cooking? I barely like chicken.
She cooks everything with butter. Roger knows what I'm talking about, right?
I don't know, man.
I really want to fuck the shit out of Kathy Lee. I always
You
did.
do, kind of like raw.
Really like punching the fucking back of the head
She
kind of
was
shit.
annoying as shit.
Yeah.
You want to just zip up her ass without her even knowing.
Yeah, you think Regis ever just like once?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm going to say.
It's like, you want this job, don't you?
Oh, man.
And last one, Beardsley had just a comment. Peter Dinklage, Big Man Plans movie. It needs to fucking happen.
Mikey asked us what's the best moments of 2015 comic
Yes, he
books.
did.
And that's, off the top of our heads, we both agree.
Big Man Plans.
Big Man Plans.
It's the first thing that comes to mind.
There's so much shit in that. Oh,
It's such a good book, guys. And everybody out there, when I posted it to Instagram, that said, "Oh, I've been meaning to read this. I haven't gotten around to it yet." Get around to Big Man Plans. It is so worth your time. Eric Powell is just out of his mind.
Yes, oh
if you
my
think
God.
he's out of his mind on Goon, Goon is contained. Goon is PG-13 compared to this.
Yeah, probably G.
Oh my God. This is out of this world, psychotic. Read this book and please write to us and let us know what you think. Ramon and I can't recommend this enough.
And if they're ever to do a movie, oh my God.
Peter Dinklage would be awesome in this.
What genre is Big Man Plans? Sick.
Psychotic, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Revenge? Is there just revenge story books?
the author
Mafia
had Dinklage in
books?
mind. He probably did have Dinklage in mind.
Roger's right. He looked like Charles Bronson.
Yeah, that's it.
Cagehero?
The grenade in the coffee mug was hot. It was awesome. Cagehero came out, I think, a week or so ago.
Grenade in the coffee mug.
And at first, I was really loving this. This. Are there big words? What? No, there's no big words. Smart ass. This kid, he's being raised by his grandfather, who's a vet from Vietnam, and he's raising him tough and hard. He's on a wrestling team in high school. He travels a lot because his father's in the services. Mm-hmm. So, he's trying to do right. Occasionally he has to deal with bullies, a dick, or whatever. But he tries to be a good boy. Something about his father's past, though, his grandfather keeps secret and shit like that. His grandfather's past. So, during one match, he kind of almost sees the future. So, when this guy does a move, it's like, shit, I just saw him do the move in my head.
Right.
So, he counts it real fast, wins, whatever. Lo and behold, it turns out there's a superhero team of martial artists with powers.
I can only hope.
No, that's the shit. This book was going somewhere with this stuff, and then the superhero shit just popped in, and it was like, I almost fucking gagged because I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't want it.
Right.
It was so cheesy.
I know that feeling because I kind of felt that way with Paper Girls. All of a sudden, when they I thought it was just gonna be like some crazy horror, revenge kind of creepy rapist people or whatever, and all of a sudden it turned into aliens, out of nowhere. And I'm still interested in it, but I'm a different kind of interested. You know what I mean?
See, I'm not interested in this.
Okay.
At all. It's just the guy who went to see him is called Doc Proton.
They're like points, Elson Astro. Every time somebody taps the screen and gives us a heart, and that
That's another nice thing about a heart.
let's just pretend it's money.
Show us the love, people.
So it looks like Ramon's farting hearts.
It does. Anyways, it was just cheesy. It went from modern day wrestling, dad, this whole mystery shit. Okay, maybe there could have been some kind of mystical shit, but then it went to cheesy old school Dynamite type characters. Doc Proton is a fucking cheesy name.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck you, Dynamite. You're pissing me off. Dynamite is this close from going the way of Xenoscope over me. And I don't bother with Xenoscope anymore.
Nope. Yeah, Dynamite's. If they stop printing the Shadow again, I'm kind of done.
Stop printing the Shadow. I want to fucking find him and hurt him.
Shit.
Thank you, Rolling Lord.
I love when our fans start to think alike, because Outbreak 666 also asked hits or ass, and then followed it up immediately with, no way, how does someone have that same question? Fuck. That's great. Okay, fine. Have you guys heard the rumor about a Gremlins 3 Outbreak? Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, I posted about it not too long after. As far as we know, it's happening. Mm-hmm. It is not a remake. It's not a reboot. It's an honest-to-goodness sequel.
You want to discuss the other news we got?
Yeah, let's do that, actually.
Roland?
Roland Deschain, or Deschain, I'm not sure how it's pronounced.
Oh, I don't know that.
Right. If you're familiar with the Dark Tower, basically Roland is a descendant of Arthur Eld of Gilead. That's King Arthur. And instead of using swords like Excalibur, they have guns. Big fucking like Magnum 6-shooters. And they train to be gunslingers.
All right. Underboob or side boob?
Side boob.
Underboob.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I like just the roundness of them, how they sneak out underneath the shirt.
I like side boob because I feel like there's more of a chance of a nipple making its first appearance.
No, if it's underboob, then sure, all you gotta do is make her raise her hands up.
Well, what if she's not moving?
You get her to move. You tickle the fuck out of her. She's like, there you go. Boom, pops out.
Honestly, I really prefer the down blouse view.
Down blouse is nice.
Always love that.
Because you could just...
Like, growing up, I went to Catholic school for 9 years, and, like, we all wore the button-down shirts, girls included, and you realized once you got to about 6th or 7th grade and girls started to grow tits, like, you could just stand to the right of them, and that hole would just appear right around the tit area, because them buttons were struggling. And you always sat to the right of the girls.
How you doing?
Pete's basement is kind of like a grade school schoolyard. That's why all the questions are the same.
Yeah, it basically is. It's
How long is too long for a nipple?
Oh, no. Let me ask you this. Not too long, because I haven't actually encountered long nipples yet, but that sounds freaky. How thick is too thick for a nipple, folks? I once went with this girl whose fucking nipples were no joke like the size of my forefinger.
Oh, so that's why you're a champ. 4 inches, man.
What did he say? 4 inches? Like, bro, just hold your pinky out a second. I mean, that's like the tip of Ramon's pinky. So, like, you know how like you just pinch a nippy and you kind of do this with it and you know have some fun. Like excuse the spittle, but you just like you don't like I didn't know what to do with it. Like, I don't know what the fuck. That shit is freaky. And if anybody, their wives or their girlfriends got big nipples out there, not big areola, but literally physically big nipples, you guys are champs in my book. She had big tits, though. She did. She was also a dancer. Not a stripper, a dancer.
Ooh.
Thankfully, she'll never see this episode.
Brown or pink nips? Oh my god, we are...
Oh, I'm okay with either one.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't mind, like, silver dollar. It's all good. I don't give a fuck. Nipples, I'm kind of iffy about, but yes.
So, El Sinestro spoke of recast Lex Luthor, please.
Oh, wait,
bro, don't hold your breath. What are we talking about?
Roland. We didn't finish it.
Oh, we did not finish Roland. That's right. So, Roland is the star of Stephen King's The Dark Tower. It's a 7-novel series. They are apparently planning on making it some sort of movie or Netflix show or something like that. And they want the front runner for the role of Roland to be Idris Elba.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
He's a fucking talented bastard. I recently started watching Luther. He's awesome in that.
It's a totally different ball game considering Roland's a white dude. So you know how people are gonna fucking feel about that. And I wonder if this is not a direct response, but it's just another avenue of approach because they wanted Idris to be James Bond, and then you just get a bunch of assholes who are like, no, James Bond has to be white.
He says that's just a rumor. He was recently on The Daily Show. He said that's just a rumor.
He probably has to say some stuff like that.
Look, he's busy enough as it is between playing Hemdale.
I would have preferred him to be James Bond. I don't know if I see him in the role of Roland. I don't know if... I mean, he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong. I don't know. Having read The Dark Tower, still reading the books, and it's a very extensive series too. So I don't know if he'd be in for the long haul, and I hate to see a character recast.
No, I mean he committed to The Wire for
You know what? I would cast him more.
4 to 5 seasons. I think it was definitely 4. And
Dark Tower's long, man. 7 fucking novels, and you know Stephen King gets paid by the word.
yeah,
Shit, bro. I would cast Idris Elba instead as one of the more iconic side characters. Like Court is his teacher. He's like his sensei. I could see him doing that.
okay. Moose Knuckle, discuss.
Oh.
What's Moose Knuckle?
Moose Knuckle is Camel Toe's ugly fat cousin. Just Camel Toe, Moose Knuckle.
Okay. Sick bastards. Our fans are sick and we love it.
Pete's Basement with visual cues.
Alright, the other news is Cate Blanchette
Yes.
is in talks with Marvel to play the role of Hela,
In Thor Ragnarok.
which is fucking awesome because Hela is pretty much a more badass version of Galadriel.
Yeah. I'm with
I'm
this.
so with that shit. It needs to happen. I refuse to see anybody.
Cate Blanchette's a phenomenal actress. She
Yes.
needs to do this.
Yes. Oh man.
Yep, there we go. So, Image, Symmetry. Does this have anything to do with that old poem by, who's that poet?
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forest of the night.
Oh, okay.
What immortal hand or eye could frame thy fearful symmetry? Pisses me off that it almost rhymes but doesn't. Symmetry. Fuck you. I don't remember who wrote that. T.S. Wilde? Does that sound right?
Fanboy's favorite part of the show is when I read my facial expression when I read the dirty questions.
We're like children. No, T.S. Eliot. Oscar Wilde? No, who the fuck wrote Tiger, Tiger?
It has nothing to do with that.
Because I'm curious. I am a man of knowledge. I seek knowledge.
Pete makes you feel dumb. Maybe it's the water in California.
Maybe it's because they put pineapples on pizza there, and there's no place for that in civilized society.
Clearly dumb.
And speaking of pineapples on pizza,
Look, okay, pineapple on pizza, you don't like it. It's gross. What the fuck are White Castles? Are they not fucking gross?
it's fucking liquid uranium.
Yeah.
You know what my farts are gonna smell like tomorrow?
I'm afraid so, yes.
I am gonna save my farts in a bottle and give them to you. Because I know how to do that.
One pineapple should die.
Alright, you know what? Tell me about Symmetry, and then we're gonna talk about pineapple pizza for a second.
Symmetry is, the world is kept together and organized. Everything's done by robots. All the kids are controlled. You choose a gender at like 13. So your bat mitzvah or bat mitzvah is, you become a man or woman and you decide your own name. It's a future, it's perfect, but oops, it's not perfect. Adventure ensues. That's it in a fucking nutshell. Have we seen this before? Yeah.
Sounds like we have. By the way, guys, William Blake is the author of Tiger, Tiger, just to let everybody know.
There you go. One and break.
Fanboy said he remembers it from Batman the Animated Series.
That's where most of us remember it from, yes.
Okay.
Come try my barbecue chicken pizza. It'll change your mind on pineapple.
Barbecue chicken is good, but why are you putting pineapples on barbecue chicken? Now you're just confusing genres.
You can put look, mix and mash.
Who said that?
Fuck tastes good.
Who
for
said
you.
that?
I forgot.
Wise men said, so it's each their own. What's the next comment?
Forget the next comic. We're going to talk about pineapple pizza, which always brings to mind our good buddy J.K. Woodward.
Never ever said. Oh, sorry.
No, go right ahead.
Love pineapple, just not hot. You ever had caramelized pineapple?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's like diabetes.
Yo, you throw
Wait.
some powdered sugar on some pineapple with some syrup and you barbecue that shit on some
Yes.
aluminum foil, forget about
Oh my
it.
god.
Forget about it.
It's actually perfect after you eat a lot of meat.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
that's
just
dessert.
juicy
It's
and-
perfect.
oh,
Oh, God, it's so sweet. I kind of want to barbecue some pineapple right now. Still, it ain't freezing out yet. We could do that. Open up the grill. Hell yeah.
I'll grill in a fucking snowstorm. What the fuck?
Damn right. Don't it feel cool to grill in like with a bit of cold and the snow and shit?
Like,
Feel like men. So, guys, we're gonna turn over to an interview with our good buddy J.K. Woodward and his boy Chris. I hope I'm saying his name right. Kipnick. I'm probably saying it wrong. Anyway,
He'll correct you.
he will definitely correct me. I've had a lot of Jameson. I'm sorry. let's cut to a piece of that interview. You guys just joining us. We are talking with our good buddy J.K. Woodward and Chris Kapiniak. Did I say that right, brother?
Yeah.
All right. We're good. I'm good with them Polish names, man. I live in Greenpoint.
Yeah.
So you guys have drawn and written this book, Behemoth, that we reviewed when the first issue come out several months ago. Now, it just finished?
It just finished its first arc.
Right.
You know, it's not, there will be more, but it's finished its first sort of complete story.
We basically compared this to X-Men with monsters, basically. Like, these people mutate into these, like, grotesque, hideous monsters, and they're scooped up by the government, and they're kind of... They don't really have a choice but to train with the government. Like, it's not quite as nice as the Xavier School.
As I say, it'd be the X-Men if Xavier hated mutants.
Right. These people, like the government people, are turning them into weapons because... Well, fuck it.
Yeah. And the fact is, you don't have a choice but to train, but that's only if you're lucky. Because most of them just get thrown in internment camps. And the ones that show a certain quality get to go risk their lives.
So, tell us more about this plot line and where is it going afterward. The floor is yours, gentlemen.
Well, I'll start, James, if that's okay.
Yeah, you're the smart one. Go ahead.
James, you better be drinking right now. I know we can't see you.
Do you hear this?
Excellent, sir. Excellent. What you sipping on, son?
I made myself a homemade Manhattan.
Very good. I trust you have cherries in there.
Some bullet rye. It's a rye Manhattan.
Very good. Very good.
On the rocks.
There's actually, from working with James, I realized that there's a way you can tell if he's drinking. It's if he's awake.
I'm awake.
Yeah.
I love it.
But so Behemoth, like you said, it's sort of a dark version of the X-Men in the sense that these mutated, grotesque creatures are sort of forced into being this group. And so that was sort of the high concept, the thing that we started with. But for our first arc, we went very first person and focused on one of the characters, this girl, Teresa, who at the beginning of it is starting to become a monster. She's already sprouted some, claws, and she's like, oh my gosh, what the fuck is happening to me?
And we didn't get to see in the first issue exactly what, her full transformation yet.
Exactly. So over the course of the 4 issues, she's transforming physically and mentally at the same time. The way when I said it was sort of a first-person comic, it's each issue is sort of from her point of view, and you have the perspective changing as she's becoming more of a monster, as her sort of mind becomes more bestial, and as she kind of loses some of her humanity.
And so these guys who are forcing her to train are not helping her. Exactly,
because they're sort of treating her. They're like, you're a monster. And so it becomes, and they're just sort of appealing to that part of her and just trying to train her to kill and to, they're trying to get her to access sort of those more monstrous qualities.
Right.
Whereas she and one of the other monsters, Rex, are, making an effort to retain as much humanity as they can.
Guys, for the rest of that interview, go and check out Pete's Basement Extras, and by all means, go and check out Behemoth. It's on Comixology. The first arc just finished. You can download it on Comixology, and you can download it on monkeybraincomics.com. Just search Behemoth, search J.K. Woodward. You'll find it all. So, Images, the Violent.
Who roofied Ramon?
Nah, it's just late for him, man. Do you know what a roofie is?
Pete, I'm talking to you, Ramon. Yeah, I know what a roofie is.
Don't tell Pete I'm talking to you. What?
Don't interrupt you.
Oh, no. See, that's a fan that knows how upset I get when I get interrupted. Hey.
Next.
I said next, motherfucker. The Violent.
Oh.
Not to say what I'm going to get soon.
Digital reading gives me a headache, which sucks because I want to read Behemoth. Yeah, digital reading can be a pain in the ass. Just hopefully have a good monitor or a screen or iPad
or something
to watch it. Yeah, to read it. The Violent is.
Is it violent?
Not yet.
Uh-huh.
And that's the whole little snippet they try to sell you with when you look it up online. It's crime ensues with this man who's trying to protect his child and family from whatever nonsense he's involved with, and none of this happened. It's just a story of these two former young people who were involved in shady shit, drugs and crime and shit. And,
Drugs.
And they're trying to get by on life and working menial labor shit, and things just aren't working out, and one thing leads to the other, and they go back into it. Mm-hmm. That's it.
Okay.
That's the book.
It's all right.
Yeah.
So, Darth Myers said, if two Hollywood studios ever cared less about profit, joined forces, and said, let's do a crossover film, which two superheroes or villains would be best suited in this day and age? Mid-90s, the Spawn Batman would have been good. We've answered which superheroes we'd like to see crossover many times now, but in the film genre, it becomes a different ball game, I think.
I would,
and I have an outside answer, but go ahead.
You got the right face. The Grinch. I'm talking about the Grinch.
I think he's talking about me.
That too. I would love to see the Flash interact with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. I guess, are we going with stuff that's already out right now and not like stuff we hope to see at some point?
I think it's more like, the question seems more like
stuff that's out now?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I would have to agree with you. I would love to see Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It seems like, although S.H.I.E.L.D. is a darker show, it's lighthearted. The characters themselves are lighthearted enough that they could carry with the Flash very well. I'm looking forward to seeing Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. interact with some Netflix motherfuckers.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would also love to see Constantine on Hellboy.
Yes.
That would have been...
Yes.
Because they would have hated each other. Because he's going to try to flirt with this chick.
Uh-huh. With his girl, Selma Blair.
And, yeah.
Ooh, good call. Take a 5 on that. Very nice. I had an outside thought. Not to say that these, it could never happen. Maybe in the comics or in a cartoon or something. But and we've never mentioned this before, but it should be eminently possible. Transformers and Voltron.
That'd be awesome.
Giant robots, fucking shit up. And the combiners, man, like combining and fighting Voltron.
Voltron versus Devastator.
Yeah. This has to happen.
It does. Oh my god.
Who's a good artist out there that we need to make this happen?
But the problem is, I trust the Transformers part. Cause
Don Figueroa, are you listening?
Transformers is with IDW.
Right.
IDW is like the king of crossovers, especially after this year.
Right.
Who has Voltron?
Dynamite.
Exactly.
I know.
I expect shit from them.
I know. But maybe we could just let... I never watched Battleborgs.
Me neither.
Power Rangers versus Voltron needs to happen, though.
Voltron will whoop their ass.
Voltron will kick their ass.
If it's just the machines, if it's like the actual...
Oh, the people? The pilots? No.
No, Voltron get owned.
But they need to be in the Lions and the Megazords. That's got to happen.
Yeah.
Somebody wants to buy your sweat rack. I forget who was mentioning it, but they want to buy it. That's a little disturbing to me, but...
How much?
I mean, yeah, make the man an offer. Shit.
Come on. Put it on the table.
So, real quickly, we're just going to mention Secret Wars, which is in here somewhere.
Well, that was definitely Pete, I'm assuming.
What was definitely Pete?
Nipple picture.
So who posted the Simmons nipple picture on Instagram?
Yeah, that was Pete.
Guilty as charged. You're welcome, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. She's fucking cute.
This one has a giant Ben Grimm, who was the Wall, fighting Galactus and a giant Groot Thor and everything.
Sinestro wants to buy that Grinch.
The Grinch? It's going to be tough to get it to him, though, intact. That's the problem.
The right face, he calls it.
I mean, I could pretty easily print you up one. The cutting out is the pain in the ass for me. But I just had that printed, and then I cut it up myself and mounted it to foam core, because I'm crazy like that. But
Something he could do with his kid.
I mean, it can be arranged. I could definitely hook you up with one of them for sure. If you want to engage in a project with your daughter and cut it out yourself, it's probably easier for me to get it to you. Otherwise, then it's got to be packed up and shipped and everything. And
In which case, you'll get that Christmas thing around
next
summertime.
Christmas.
Yeah.
In 3 packages.
So Secret Wars is almost over.
Oh.
This is the penultimate chapter. We're not going to talk about it any further than we're just going to wait until issue 9 to either complain about it or rave about it. More likely the former than the latter. The biggest thing that pisses me off is the delays on this book. And we loved it when it first started. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Remember how excited we were, how happy we were with it?
But now that issue 8 for me just is like the flag for me to start catching up to the meanings.
Yeah, now you have to, because now all of that is coming into play. So you're like,
No, it actually has already been coming into play.
with like the last 2 issues or so, and you're like, oh fuck, I don't really know what happened or what they're talking about. Which kind of blows, because like now you really, they made it so you had to read the side stories.
The Ultimate one, the
Ultimate we knew we were going to have to read.
Yeah.
But they started mentioning shit from like the Red Skull and the Hulks and everything.
Apocalypse,
Yeah.
Squadron Supreme, which is good.
Squadron Supreme I still like. Haven't read it yet, haven't finished it, but still good. So that's kind of annoying. That it's like being fleeced for money, which I mean is just the name of the industry now. But I mean that's at $2 and $3.99 a book. That's fucked up, because some of these books are 4 and 5 issues.
Fanboy says, I heard the next issue of Secret Wars is coming out June 2018.
Yeah, basically. In theory, it's supposed to be out in January. We'll see what happens. Let's close out with Marvel's Scarlet Witch. Damn, I try to end on a higher note than Secret Wars.
I didn't.
When are we gonna learn not to fucking wait for last on Marvel?
You know, who the fuck asked for this bitch to have a book?
Not I.
Neither did I. And, okay, I'm looking forward to Marvel using their mystic characters.
Right.
I've been saying that for a while. Hercules and Doctor Strange and Black Knight. She's a mutant. What's her fucking power? Decide what it is. Is her mutant power that she's fucking magical? Is that a mutant power, or is she just bitch just fucking magical? Which one is it? Is she both? Stop that shit. I hate when they make characters too fucking powerful. Black Panther's smart, rich, kicks ass. He's a king of the dead now. He's a fucking king of a country that's the most evolved in the whole fucking world. Too much in one character. They're doing the same shit with this bitch. It's irking the shit out of me. Yes, I'm interested. Yes, she's damaged goods. We, as a guy, we all like damaged goods. But, oh my god, what's her fucking power?
Ramon's very upset.
What the fuck is it? And stick to it. You know, like, that's why I like what they did to her in the movie. They gave her some weirdness, and that's it.
And they dumbed it down a little bit. They need that. You can't have a woman who can say no more mutants and suddenly the entire world gets rearranged.
Yeah, she gets...
I agree. So guys, it's come time in the show where I am going to mention once again, if you saw from last week, let me get this out of the way. These 4 banks in front of me.
Oh God.
We are going to give these away next week on the Periscope, just in time for Star Wars The Force Awakens to hit theaters. Some of you will not be watching it because you've got first day tickets to Star Wars, you lucky crazy fucks. All you got to do is share this Instagram post this week. Every share nets you an entry into the contest. And then we're going to draw all the names out of a hat. Maybe this hat. Maybe a different hat.
Flat head, yo.
I don't know. I got hat head. What do you want me to tell you? So we're going to start off with Darth Vader. That's going to be the first one. Then we're going to give away... the Stormtrooper. Then we're going to give away Darth Maul. And we're going to fucking bookend it by giving away Boba Fett. So it's going to go Darth Vader, Stormtrooper, Darth Maul, Boba Fett. You don't get to pick which one you want, because everybody going to want Boba Fett or Darth Vader. We know how that shit works. So, not going to happen. We're just going to draw your name, and whichever one, hopefully you get lucky, you can trade off camera if you want. Doesn't matter to us. We're still going to mail it to you. You take care of the rest. So, that about does it for this week. I think. Unless you can think of anything else we got to talk about. Oh! Can I show you guys one thing real quick?
It's an old trooper.
As you can see, this little mystical powwow going on here with Santa Claus, the Nutcracker, and Cthulhu, and Deadpool's kind of listening in. You got a quarter? Can I have a quarter? I have to share this with you because I do love toys, and I am a big sucker for Christmas. And first of all, when are you ever going to find a Santa Claus that's smoking a pipe anymore? Really? So we're going to close out this show. Roger can fade out since he's editing. He can fade out whenever he likes. But I've had this since I was about 2 years old. It was my favorite toy to play with at Christmas, and I would annoy people to no end by doing the following. Take the coin, put it in the little slot in the back, and the bastard still works. Merry Christmas, guys. We'll see you next week.
The light still goes.
The light still goes.
Shit.
Roger already faded the show out like about an hour ago.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. What, we got any more comments?
No.
Does everybody like my Santa Claus?
Yeah,
Classic dubstep remix. Epcot.
Dubstep remix. I like it.
Epcot. What does that mean?
Epcot Center? I don't know.
Like,
Good show, guys.
thank you, Major Reaction.
Loved it. How did the hipster burn his tongue? How did the hipster
burn his tongue? I want to hear this. How?
I'm waiting. He drank his coffee before it was cool.
Oh, that's good.
What?
Ah, that was funny. I get it.
His coffee before it was cool.
Oh.
Well done. All right, guys. See you later. Roger, do the hand thing.
Pete's Basement is copyright 2015, Ripped Productions and Pete's Basement LLC. All rights reserved, so go fuck yourself.
Hey, we are starting late, unfortunately, because I had one of those days at work where you just kind of want to kick everybody in the dick hole. For everybody who's actually watching this on Periscope right now, we already did the interview, and I want you to know I said his name right then.